you doing?
How are you?
Unless they felt it like 2 years ago. Not even 4.
Wait, what's the Wi-Fi password? What's that?
Hey, yeah, how are you now? I'm gonna need everybody to sit down.
I don't have any.
No, I'm just playing. Hey, y'all, but we about to turn up. Y'all ready? Oh, nobody ready?
I want people cheering.
It's okay. I got a whole weekend to be here. It's okay.
Georgia, Georgia, the whole day through, just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind. Georgia on my mind. I said, Georgia.
Georgia State University. He basically designed his timeline for what he believed in. And what he believed in was whatever you do, never let them begin our history with slavery. Could y'all repeat it for me one time?
There are very few leadership opportunities that focus specifically on identifying their culture and their history. The African American history is not taught in Memorial High School. I think there are a few high schools that do it, but Memorial does not have that. So for them to have a space where, and then it's not just for African American students either. We welcome all ethnic backgrounds, but the opportunity for anyone who's a member to learn about African American history and contributions that great leaders have provided to them is amazing.
Right, to fight him back, right? Often the slaves would try to fight back and to turn the ship right back around to Africa. You see a woman in the back, what is she going to America? Which means if he wanted to run away, he simply couldn't because you could see and feel the shackles. But if she wanted to run away, she could and she wouldn't because they planted fear in her mind. And right here are two slave owners fighting over one slave. It's most likely because he's worth a lot of money. And over here in the corner is a child being kidnapped into slavery.
When that they said like they cut off the man's fingers and stuff, and like he wouldn't even get sold.
Well, actually, I attended Memorial 20 years ago, graduated, and I was a part of the Black Student Union there, and I really felt like that organization helped develop my leadership skills and allowed me to unite with other students that were like me, that looked like me, that had the same interests, cultural background, to do positive things, not just in our school, but in our community. And thus, 20 years later, I wanted to make sure that other students had that opportunity too.
Cheese. No, say peaches. It's Georgia.
Again.
Peaches.
Basically, what I've learned from BSU is that giving back is everything.
In Black Student Union, I learned how to give back to the community and shape the next generation for college readiness.
I learned how to be a leader, most importantly, and I learned how to build relationships amongst other people.
I didn't know anything about college until I got to PSU. I didn't know anything about HBCU. I didn't know anything about the majors. I just didn't know anything about college. I was just very inexperienced because I am going to be a first degree college student. So it's just me joining BSU not only showed me the college world, but it showed me my cultural college world.
I think BSU have been influential in my life because it's you meet so many people that's you can connect with. So it's people that's actually want to go to college, people that's actually doing stuff that you're doing, and it's that's good. And it's people that's getting good grades and that's on top of their stuff. So it's something to look up to because you guys help each other out.
I was in Black Student Union since I was a freshman, so I've been in it for the full 4 years of high school. So I joined it, and like we did a lot of community service, and like we were always helping people, reading to little kids and stuff. So like it was really fun. It was really fun, and like I like to learn about our history because like in school we're not really learning about our people. So
being a part of BSU is important to me because it allows me to be around students that are like me, that really can relate to me. I guess so much more than just friends, is more like a family.
You get to experience things that you don't get to experience and that teachers in our education system don't teach us. So we talk about more in-depth things in BSU and talk about our struggles within our school and how we can help those struggles not be struggles anymore. So it definitely helps.
Well, unfortunately, HBCUs tend to not come to Wisconsin or Madison in particular to recruit. I can't even remember when we had an HBCU come and talk about their schools. And plus, it also gives the students who normally wouldn't have the opportunity to travel, you know, for a lot of reasons, you know, socioeconomically or culturally, just don't have the means to visit schools. This provides them that opportunity, even if it's just once, to see what their options are besides UW-Madison, Edgewood, and Madison College.
I'm looking forward to looking at a lot of HBCUs because I didn't apply to any yet, but looking at them would probably make me want to apply to more of them.
I am very excited because this is a state that I might be going to for college because I applied to 2 colleges here and we're going to visit the 2 colleges.
I was so excited when we came down here because when I graduate next year, 2017, I'm moving to Georgia with my mom. And the college that I wanted to go to, Georgia Genuine College, we're visiting I think on Thursday, so I'm super excited. Yeah, and it already feels like home. When we came and I saw like welcome to Georgia, I was so happy.
I'm looking forward to like seeing the colleges because like I'm still like in limbo like where I want to go.
Well, when you go visit UWs or a school that's not specifically an HBCU, the first thing they bring out is, yeah, we're really diverse. And then when you see it, you don't see anything but 3% black people, and you're still getting treated the same. Everyone's still looking for you to be the spokesperson for African Americans. I mean, it's just pretty much like she's black. She's always going to be black, so we have to make sure like she's out there so that, you know what I mean, like so that she doesn't get treated differently. But in reality, it all comes back that I'm still being treated differently. And when I went to see my first HBCU, it wasn't any of that.
To experience a college that has people like you that are trying to do things that you want to do and has gone through the same struggle that you're going through at this moment is really impressive and gives you that extra like push to like, I can do this. I'm determined to finish high school.
Well, so far I've seen students that have come from nothing and have made it to these colleges and are aiming to be great people. And so I think it kind of gives us a great inspiration.
I think those high schoolers should go visit them because it's like an atmosphere that not a lot of colleges have. I feel like even if you're not interested in it, you should go and see what it's like.
It's important for like me and like other kids in BSU to visit these colleges because we're from Wisconsin. In Wisconsin, you only see the same kind, or most of the time you're probably like 1 of 5 in your school, the color of your skin. So us visiting these colleges like really lets us know like, hey, you can go somewhere and still like fit in with someone like who's just like you.
And I think like going to a historically black college like shows you that there are actual like people that look just like you doing what they're supposed to be doing, like going to college, and you can do it too. Like it's not going to be a difficult task for you. I do feel like it's kind of, I don't know, gives you hope for yourself and for everybody around you, and just knowing that like, you know, hey, they're doing it, why can't I do it?
You know, to broaden their horizons, to let young kids know that there's more out there, you know, besides Madison, Whitewater, you know, MATCs, you know, because sometimes if you get stuck in Madison, Wisconsin, or in any other state, you kind of get comfortable. So once you see something else, you're kind of like, oh, okay, I can go to this college, this is nice, these people are nice, you know, instead of just get scared, you know.
I think when we open kids up to possibilities, I think that expands their realm of thinking, and if their realm of thinking is expanded or is broadened, then they can see a better future. They can start to figure out what it is they really want to do, and to also provide them with hope that they can do and they can accomplish anything. So the trip to Atlanta to visit the black prestigious colleges was an important feature in all of that. I think
just being able to see that there's a world outside of Madison is the foundation of this trip, you know, because like I said, I, you know, had the opportunity to go to Clark Atlanta and I chose not to. However, I did go to college and I did experience what college life was like. So even if they don't come to an HBCU, at least they know that there's a world out there that's bigger than what they see today, and that their situation, whether good, bad, or ugly, is just temporary, and they can make the choice to make it different if they choose to go out there and live beyond what they see and are living now. I missed out on that cultural experience, and I think that's why I push so hard to make these trips happen, because I want kids to see that, you know, you can go there, you can do this. And a lot of them, you know, fear, oh, it's too far away, or I don't have the financial means, but, you know, I tell them I have $1 million worth of scholarships at my fingertips for them. And if someone would have told me that when I was in high school, I probably would have taken the chance and went.
Like, my sister was like one of the kids we talked to, and I like basically told her like, hey, look at the trips I've been on, like look what I'm experiencing. Our coordinator, Ms. Brown, like I probably would not be the person I am today if it wasn't for her. Like I would probably be somewhere just not who I am. Like I have a lot of friends who just took the wrong road, dropped out. And being in BSU, you gain these friends that really wants you to do good. And then like you gain like brothers who sticks up for you when you get picked on. You gain sisters who call you and make sure you did your homework. Like there's just like so much. Like you laugh. Like when I was in middle school, I didn't have any friends. Like when I joined BSU, I didn't have to like force it. It kind of just happened. Like they opened their arms and like hugged me.
That this is an opportunity to be different from what society sees as far as African American students. You know, we have such a negative, you know, we're performing at low levels, we're graduating at low levels, we're incarcerating at higher levels, and to be a part of something bigger and greater that shows that, you know, there are black kids that want to be successful, and that are leaders and are doing positive things, that, you know, this is something that they should want to be, and then be around people who want to do that too.
But I think that we focus very rarely on the positive in the midst of all of the, you know, the disparities and everything else. And when we tell kids that you have a 1 in 3 chance of being in prison, right? You tell kids that by the age of 18, you'll either be incarcerated or you'll be dead. When we tell kids that you have a small likeliness of being able to go to college, get a degree, and be successful, those things. When you tell kids that there's a thing called white privilege, and that the white people have all the privilege and you have nothing. When you tell kids those things, imagine the impact on their self-esteem. Imagine the impact on the hope that they may have had before knowing those things.
We know through painful experience that freedom is never voluntarily given by the oppressor. It must be demanded by the oppressed. For years now I have heard the word wait. It rings in the ear of every Negro with piercing familiarity. But when you have seen vicious mobs lynch your mothers and fathers at will and drown your sisters and brothers at whim, when you have seen hate-filled policemen curse, kick, and even kill your black brothers and sisters.
Work here.
Dr. King did his own Jewish, he had his Jewish, and that's what you just listened to. He did that tape. One, take a look at the windows. Those windows are the original windows that was here when Dr. King was here.
Because I believe that there were enough people of goodwill in our nation who believed in Martin Luther King Jr. and what he stood for.
Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
Okay, thank you. That one didn't work.
We got a bookstore. I also just wanted to state that, you know, we've had students that have gone on these trips and did apply to the schools that we went to visit, and some are graduating this year. You know, they will be going to medical school. One's going to be going to do a master's in biomedical engineering. And I just think that, you know, for the most part, you know, yes, the numbers might be low as far as who actually goes, but I have to say at least 90 to 95% of our students who do go on these trips do go on to college somewhere.
Walking Clark's campus kind of changed my life. It made me, at that moment, even though I was a junior, it made me want to go to Clark. And so Clark was the only school I applied to after my senior year and I got into. So thank God I came to PSU and took the tour. A lot of students feel like they're not included when they're in a predominantly white school, and coming to an HBCU, you get very inspired by the fact that you're around other African Americans that look like you and trying to do something in the world like you are. And so,
Experience, you do stuff like BSU is really good to make sure you put that on your application.
Okay, so I want to be a heart surgeon, and Spelman is the #1 HBCU to send African American girls to medical school, so that was definitely a huge criteria for me. Okay, so BSU, I was also part of another group called Youth Empowering Students, and so we did research and found out that only 53% African Americans were graduating from Memorial High School my senior year. And that was crazy because only half of the African Americans are graduating. And so I wanted to, be around people like me who were trying to do great things. And so I decided that an HBCU was definitely worth my time to apply and go to.
You can learn about any school through paper and might decide that it's not for you or maybe fall in love with it, but you have to actually see it to really know if this is going to fit your personality. Like, I wanted a small school, so coming to Spelman and seeing that it was very small and class sizes were small, but still be able to go downtown Atlanta and be able to be around a lot of people was really helpful.
I think BSU helped me find me. And when I say that, when we came here, coming from a place like Wisconsin, it's a bit different, like the dynamic is different. And when we came here, it really helped me see my culture in another aspect that really excited me, and that's what made me stay here. So BSU kind of helped me find my heritage in a way. I think it's important for them to see HBCUs because they get to see a side of themselves that they didn't know was possible. A lot of the times when we come from places that are, you know, predominantly another culture, we don't realize how great we could possibly be. So we don't see our own potential until you are put into a place where there's other people who look like you doing amazing things. And that's part of what really inspired me to stay in Georgia. Because seeing people who look like me achieving things that were beyond my imagination was the best part.
In the midst of all of the disparities and all of the challenges and all of the barriers that they have to break through, I think that they need to see someone who's went through it and survived it, and that person is okay, and that person is successful, and that irrespective of the challenges that they were faced with in life, they made it through.
Chickens and black chickens. If the black chickens do better if they're kept in one yard to themselves, the white chickens do better if they're kept in a separate yard to themselves. They each do better under those conditions. And that a farmer who would mix the white and the black chickens would be the dumbest man in the world.
This initiative is something that needs the maximum amount of support that we can possibly give, and I don't think that falls just on the school district. I think that also falls on community, and so my job was to bring in community, to bring in that support and the networks that I'm tied to help facilitate this whole campaign and to turn it into a worthwhile experience for the kids that they would never forget. So I would really like to just express my gratitude and my deep appreciation for people like Willie Nay and pay homage to people like Joanne Brown. She is a true warrior and a true voice for change and justice, and I'm in awe of this sister and the things that she internalized on a daily basis is very it's extraordinary that how she deals with those things and how she's still driven. She's still driven to make something happen. And other people like my staff at Breaking Barriers, they've been great. My board has been very supportive. And the brother Hector for coming out. I definitely would like to express deep gratitude and appreciation for him. And all of the other community leaders that has been helping participate in our initiatives. some of the staff at Madison Memorial, and as well as people like Colleen Kerr. You know, he's been very supportive in this whole thing. Jerome Dillard, you know, that's my big brother. I gotta always pay homage to him. And you know, just people that I call on and they're there. And we need more people like that. That's all I'm gonna say.